So you got some pretty great talent out there. And what makes this match even more intriguing, Kevin, is that these guys spend a lot of time working out together in the Izzy Style Club over the summer and the spring, so they know each other pretty well.
Garelli will be in the white singlet, Powell in the black singlet, the Montini with the maroon. And again, special treat here for the referee. Jim Carnahan was one of the Grand Marshals tonight during the Grand March. That's quite an honor for him. And again, the referee in the state tournament's quite an honor for these referees. Again, Garelli's in on a shot. Got the elbow hook there, trying to use it and score. And Powell's been one of my favorite boys to watch over the course of the years because he's more than willing to try to do some different types of things. And he's been pretty successful, like you said, in the finals quite a few times, and has one state championship under his belt.
Right. And KeVon's he's a very dangerous guy to wrestle because he can strike at any time. He has big match or big move capabilities. He can throw. He also has a very devastating near side cradle. And, when you have a guy like that, his quarterfinal match earlier this tournament against the third-place finisher in this bracket, Cam Kennedy, and any boy with the name Kennedy, has got some great roots in wrestling. And it was a 0-0 match, and KeVon loaded him up and ended up getting the fall to win the match. So he has the ability to do that, and Matt Garelli certainly has the ability also. He can strike from any position.
Powell's in on a shot from a long distance. We got those long arms, so he actually stretched out and did hook the leg. Wrestling the edge of the circle. Garelli should just shoot him out and get a fresh start there. There he goes.
Well, one of the things I'm really happy to see is both these young men, as 120-pounders, still they are attracted college interest and are signed and, both getting college scholarships. I think that's outstanding. You worry about that sometimes when you have the littler wrestlers, the 106-pounders or 103, what have you, a couple years ago. And it's great to see these guys get their due and be able to get to that point and have a college, have enough faith in them from there.
So at the period will be 0-0, and it's also nice to see that academically they're able to do this. Stanford, as we all know, is a great academic school.
Ohio U is no slouch either, Kevin. It's not Stanford obviously, but it's a very, very good academic school.
And anytime you can get to college and have somebody pay for part of it, at least that's a great deal. So Garelli gets the escape. He'll lead 1-0 here at the start of the second period. Powell's trying to be a little more active here, trying to get him moving, to get him out of position if he can. I notice Powell's got his right hand taped up. Has he had some problems with that, or is that just...
KeVon's had a series of injuries this year, and I know that Matt Garelli had an injury that kept him out of the lineup for about a good month in the middle of the season. Both these guys have experienced some injury problems. And KeVon is a guy that's been trying to stay healthy. He had a concussion late in the season.
He's in on an ankle pick or low single. And Garelli does a great job. Go ahead, Coach.
And, so yes, he did have in the past, he's had a broken hand, and that might have flared up, and sometimes you need a little extra support on that. But both these boys, they've been pointing and peeking to this weekend, obviously, to try to get as healthy as they can. And as you know, in all your years, too, that's what the sport is all about sometimes, is making sure that you can put your best foot forward when you get to the big show here.
Yep, exactly. Again, Garelli's done a great job of slowing down the match, keeping low scoring. Powell's in on a nice shot.
Great hips by Garelli.
Yes,
there.
It was. So we're still just about 45 seconds left, second period. So again, as active as they both have been, not many points, but sometimes that happens early in a match. We'll see if both of them are able to maintain the stance and the discipline in the third period when maybe they're a little bit tired.
Well, it's interesting because, again, this match has a little bit of a different pace to it as some of the other ones. These boys keep getting on the offensive, whereas the previous match, we were kind of more on the defensive side, and both these guys have had opportunities very close right there.
Oh, nice low
nice heel pick by Powell.
And got to spin and get behind him again.
Tell you what,
a lot of action, no points inside 15 seconds. Be big points if one of them could get it here.
Garelli is awful tough on that defense there.
And Powell did a great job countering when Garelli was in on him, under 5 seconds. And now we'll go to the third, 1-0.
Well, that's an excellent period right there. Both guys are active there now. Here's the difference, is both of these guys can mat wrestle.
Yep. So Powell will take the bottom instead of like we saw in the earlier one where McGee didn't have the confidence to go underneath him. Not much movement off the whistle, though. Kind of looks like he just based up and wanted to just make sure nothing silly happened. Garelli riding the hips really tight, looking for the head lever.
Now watching this, so far in the second period, Garelli had a real nice exchange right off the whistle. Now Powell gets out. So, and as you remember, Garelli won the coin flip, and he chose down in the second period. He got his point, so that's going to be big if it does go to an overtime situation or even a ride-out situation.
Yeah, for those of you that don't remember the overtime rule and the ultimate tiebreaker, the first point would get their choice, top or bottom. That's why usually when it's 0-0, you don't want to defer. You want to make your choice and go underneath. We're still 1 minute and 15 seconds left and a lot of action. We'll see if somebody doesn't get a takedown. Another nice shot. Again, for no takedowns, we've seen a lot of offensive moves and a lot of counters to those.
Well, you can tell that these young men are both college-level wrestlers with scholarships because of their ability to counter. That's something that you don't see in all the wrestlers. I mean, a lot of guys have offensive attacks and a lot of guys can score, but the ability to counter and take away a scoring opportunity from your opponent, I mean, that's what makes you a college wrestler and even an All-American, let's be honest.
Yep, and we have 45 seconds left here. Powell needs to get in on a shot. Again, nice job of getting in there and bailing out because it wasn't open for him. Garelli seems to be forcing the action a little bit right now. We're at 30 seconds.
This is a good position that Powell's in. Unfortunately, every time for him he's been in this position, Garelli's been near the edge, and he can't really work his repertoire.
That makes it hard. That's why a good wrestler doesn't waste his best moves at the edge. Maybe shoot him out to get back to the middle, because Garelli's done a great job with staying in a position where he's not going to get into too much trouble. We're at 15 seconds. Again, looks like both of them are more than content to take it to the next part of this, which would be a 1 minute overtime period starting on their feet. But the first points would be declared our winner. And we don't have any warning for stalling yet, so we're all set as far as that goes.
Well, like I said, these guys have been in this situation, probably hundreds of times in their respective rooms with wrestling in the off-season, going takedowns, just two guys. That's what they're thinking right now. They've done this many, many times before, except this one means everything.
And I notice over in Montini's corner, and you're going to have to help me out, his last name, John Javikovsky. Yeah, John, in my opinion, is, by far the best assistant coach in the state of Illinois. Does an excellent job. And John started with me years ago, and he's just been tremendous. There's that ankle pick again. Pick and got the whizzer in.
Look at that whizzer.
Garelli flips it.
KeVon tries to get the leg hook.
Just tremendous.
Wow, what an exchange
there.
Yeah,
wasn't that fun to watch?
Sure was.
Yeah, I know. We always talk about a good head coach is even better when he's got great assistants, and you were blessed with some of those people over the course of time.
No doubt about it. Oh, this is a mistake here by KeVon, and Garelli's taking advantage of it.
Again. 15 seconds left. Got the whizzer in again. Running to it, keeps running, keeps the whizzer though, nothing yet. We're inside 5.
Watch that knee.
Yeah. Got to get him to the mat. No, we'll go to the second part of overtime. Again, for those of you who aren't familiar with the rules, we'll have 2 30-second periods, and that'll be the cumulative score after those 30-second periods that would be declared the winner. If nobody has an advantage there, they would go to sudden victory, which we'll talk about if we get
right here.
Far.
Powell's got to change his approach, and the first time he was down, he didn't explode enough. He's got to get up to his feet and make sure he scores in this 30 seconds, or that almost turns into a ride out.
Yep, he's up on his feet, and Garelli gets him back to the mat.
That was a going to his hip there. That's going to hurt him.
Yeah, he needs to explode with that outside leg. There's no pressure on it from where we can see. Now he tries a Granby to roll out. Garelli, great job of countering. And we're inside 5 seconds right now for you.
That's a tough situation there. That was a tactical error by KeVon. And that 30-second ride out, you can't get tangled up. Now, if you're working Granby rolls and all, he needed to fire up and explode out of there. This is a very dangerous situation for him now.
I think he's going to cut him, Coach. He doesn't want to try and ride him. Going to give himself 30 seconds to take him down to win it. So again, Powell's got to kind of force the action here. He trails 2-1. Just nothing there for him from where I can see. He's going to have to just force it and hope. We're at 15 right now.
Garelli does a great job leading with his head there. He doesn't let anything penetrate. Excellent defensive stance.
again for a 2-1 match. And there's a spin around. No, nothing
Garelli
at the end. So Garelli will be
it.
our state champion. 2-1 match, nothing but escapes as we saw, but a lot of action for that kind of situation. So your state champion will be Matt Garelli from Oak Park, Fenwick.
What a match. Tremendous job by both kids. I tell you what, if you notice, there's a lot of mutual respect there. Matt Garelli's not jumping up and down, celebrating and rubbing it in his face. I mean, he knows that KeVon is a great opponent, and KeVon would be the same, I'm sure, with